These hills carry stories. Ancestry, dawns, and wooden giants. Uprisings, free solos, new beginnings. And each day, these stories continue, blossoming into something more, pushing boundaries and breathing new memories. But the stories aren't only sculpted here, within the confines of these parks. They extend beyond, down the highways and side roads that spread like roots across the countryside, connecting small towns to the greatest wonders of the world, the residents of which help shape the details of the world's story. Since I was young, it's been my obsession to uncover the stories that demand to be told. Stories from the land, the people that inhabit it, and the clothes that connect one generation to the next, keeping the lives they've lived in their threads. So, for the next week, I'm road tripping to some of the greatest natural monuments the US has to offer, and talking to the people who share that land, all while sleeping out of one truck. And this is the truck. GMC heard about the trip that I wanted to do, and they wanted to be a part of it. So they're letting me borrow this 2026 EV Sierra, and that's what I'm gonna be camping out of for the next week. We just saw a sign for the world's largest raisin box. So we're gonna pull off the highway and go check it out. Am I getting it? Am I leaning on it?
Yeah.
So when I decided I was doing this trip, I put out a little thing on my Instagram asking people to tell me where to go along the way, where to shop, and what to check out. And so many people told me to stop in Bakersfield and go to this like antique mall. It's called In Your Wildest Dreams. So we're stopping here on the way through Bakersfield and we're gonna check it out.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Hey guys.
Hi,
So
nice to meet you.
you. Thank you so much. Walking in this place already, it's enormous. So many people told me to come here. First of all, how long have you owned this awesome spot? And is this kind of something that you guys always wanted to do?
So we've owned it a little over a year, and during COVID, I kind of had to shift what I did for a living. So I started selling online, vintage art, clothes, and then it just kind of shifted into becoming a vendor within Your Wildest Dreams with the previous owner, Dixie Brewer. We kind of like joked about, hey, I would love to own the store, and she was like, yeah.
That's awesome. Now, going on your website, you click on it, and the first thing that I saw was just the term sustainability.
Yeah.
And that was awesome for me to see. But for you guys personally, how important is sustainability, and how do you tie that into your business and owning In Your Wildest Dreams?
So with the consignment aspect, for me, it sucks when you have to buy a dress for an event. You spend, a couple $100 and then it's sitting in your closet. So they drop their stuff off, we price it, it goes on the floor, then they shop with their money and then they buy new to them clothes.
That's awesome.
And then it's just a continuous cycle.
For me, so much stuff gets thrown away.
Oh, yeah.
Like so many
yeah.
clothes get thrown away. I mean, fast fashion is ruining clothing.
Yeah.
We're helping keep stuff out of landfill. We're
Yeah.
helping give
Yeah.
a second chance and a second life to stuff that somebody would have otherwise just thrown away.
Okay, so out of this entire huge mall, what are some of your favorite things that are being sold here? What are some of the craziest things that you've seen come through?
We're gonna start back here. This jacket,
That
it is so
is
sick.
awesome,
We'll pick it
yeah.
up. So it has bone, shaft leather.
That thing is so cool.
Is that sick?
Is it heavy, real heavy? Oh, no, it's
too
not as
bad.
heavy as I expected.
No, it's not bad at all.
Are you kidding me? Look how sick this is.
I found this guy the other day tucked away, and it's a Hank Williams Jr. single stitch.
Insane. The rhinestoning on a t-shirt
I know, that's
is
my
awesome.
favorite. When I found that in the racks, I was like, yeah, that needs to go on a mannequin.
Yeah, for real. And it was
Yeah.
just tucked away back here?
Yeah, there is another booth I'll take you to. It's our Western booth.
Okay.
And it was on the rack, and I had to pull that out, especially for the Kern County Fair. So this is Jen House. She's in Visalia Vintage. We have these vintage boots.
Engineer boots are awesome.
Yep. And they're so sick. But this, the armadillo.
No way. Look at this. That is the coolest belt. Absolutely wild. This whole booth is awesome. This booth kind of looks like my bedroom. I always joke that my bedroom just looks like a Cracker Barrel, but that's how I like, I don't know, it feels so cozy to me that way.
This is Gabe's favorite
Okay.
article of clothing, and then it takes us to the Western booth.
So I love a knitted sweater, but I saw this and I'm like, oh man, I love this.
Wow. I like that it's plain on the front too, and it's such a heavy weight too. Like, this is serious. The coolest thing just walking around here is having different vendors come in. It's not like just your own store with your own style. I mean, everyone is coming together with wildly different things.
You see their personality.
Yeah, that's so awesome. It's a great way to kind of display the community as a whole.
Yeah, well, we'll make our way to the Western booth.
Let's do it.
This is one of our most popular booths. In Bakersfield. That Willie Nelson. I had pulled this.
That's really awesome.
Right?
I feel like you don't see a lot of people doing graphic long sleeves anymore too.
He loves long sleeves. That's usually, no, it's always.
I can never find them because they're never anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool too.
Oh, so Shannon, our employee, she upcycles.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so
rad.
she made that. Yeah.
I love repairing my clothes, and my instinct is always to cover a hole, but this is such an awesome way to leave one open. So I read online that you guys just added sort of like a coffee store element to this. Could we check that out?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You all see this? You all see these? That's what I'm about. Yeah, I was there, midnight premiere of Sonic Movie 3.
All right, so this is Jittery Geeks, our coffee shop. They're at the local farmers market, and we just love their coffee, so we invited them to be a part of the team. During the week, we have a little walk-up window so people can come and order, and we don't have to worry about the store.
Before the store even open.
I thought that this was you guys just opening your own thing, but bringing in a company that was already local to Bakersfield
absolutely.
and already beloved by the community here, and having them be a part of it, I think makes it so much more special.
Yeah, and they have their following. Sometimes they're busier than us, or we get people just coming in, and it's just nice to grab a coffee, or sometimes she'll bake as well, and they'll just grab a tree and then walk around, and
Cool. I think the last thing that I really wanted to check out is you mentioned that you're really into collectibles, toys, comic books, and video games. Is there an area where we can see all that stuff?
Heck yeah.
So for me, when she was originally a massage therapist, I just got back into just collecting and the things that I love. And I, dusted off my old Pokemon cards and pulled out my old consoles. I opened this, which is essentially an 800 square foot card shop in the store. We're a Topps direct partner. We signed a contract with Warhammer. We pretty much sell every mostly modern TCG from Pokemon to Digimon to Dragon Ball.
Oh, here we go. We got this guy at least.
The little diorama set.
Do you have people asking if they could buy the giant Sour Patch ever?
All the time.
Where'd you even get that?
Another antique store.
Yeah.
And then I had a ton of McDonald's toys or Happy Meal toys, and then I just threw them in there and roll them around the store.
Well, guys, thank you so much for showing me around your unbelievable store. I'm so glad that everyone told me to come here, and as soon as we're done with the interview, I'm definitely going to be walking around for myself a little bit, definitely. And if you all are ever in Bakersfield, I mean, obviously, come to In Your Wildest Dreams. This place is amazing. Well, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And I'll see you when I look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swagged out. So, we may have gotten a little bit distracted at Target and going to REI and looking at stuff we did not need, and we may have wasted 3 to 4 hours. So, now we're gonna get to our campsite at midnight and have to build all our tents and everything in the pitch dark. So this is the journey we are on now. So we're on our way to our campground, but to get there we have to drive through the Yosemite Valley. In the middle of the night, it's pitch black out, and we just pulled over because we can see the silhouette of El Cap, and I know you won't be able to see it right now, but we're gonna cut to an image of what it looks like for our human eyes right now, and it is absolutely insane. Okay, so we didn't want to drive the final 2 hours to our campsite, so we just pulled over on a forest road, and we're gonna set up camp here. We're getting up first thing in the morning to go to Yosemite anyway, so it doesn't really matter where we stay. And that's it. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. This is where we ended up sleeping last night, so not a terrible place to wake up. Today's kind of the easy day. We're just driving around the valley loop a little bit and doing a few small hikes. So yeah, we're gonna break down as fast as we can and then get to Yosemite. We're about 15, 20 minutes away from the park. Check out my ridiculous sunglasses to help my nose from getting sunburned. So we're back where we were last night. Seeing El Cap during the day is insane. It never gets less intimidating. It's so cool because many people say that rock climbing as a sport started in Yosemite, and this is kind of the spot where it started. El Cap has had some of the most insane rock climbing feats ever done on it. This side of the rock face right here is called the Dawn Wall. It's probably the most difficult part to climb of El Cap. And if you haven't seen it before, there's a documentary called The Dawn Wall. It's about Tommy Caldwell, who him and his friend Kevin were the first people ever to free climb it. And basically what that means is they do have ropes and a harness, but they're not using anything to help them climb. Basically, it's just protecting them from falling and hurting themselves. And if you want to know how difficult it was, they were on the wall for 19 days straight. So I was mentioning how intimidating this rock face is. And as we were hiking up towards the base, you can just barely see some rock climbers climbing right now. We're gonna zoom in as much as possible so you can see how tiny they are compared to this rock face. Seeing this in person is one of the craziest things ever. We just made it to the base. You can see right now, I'm standing almost upright, how steep it is. And then this is the route that people take to climb it. This is the starting point, and then it's just straight up and behind you. Ridiculous, just ridiculous. Okay, now this is the exact spot we were at last night. This is the exact angle, and this side of El Cap is where famously Alex Honnold climbed this thing free solo. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is, no ropes, no harness, nothing. All he had was chalk. If he fell, he's gone. And he climbed this entire wall, just not strapped in at all. There's an insane documentary about it called Free Solo. Watch it if you haven't. But I don't know how. I don't know how somebody does it, and I don't know how you even think to do it. Looking at this wall and being like, yeah, I have an idea. Let me just climb this with no ropes at all. Insane. This area that we've been hanging out in today is just the Yosemite Valley area, and it actually only makes up 1% of the entire park. All the things that people usually see in photos, they're all kind of centered here. But the rest of the park, 95% of it is designated just to be wilderness. So this park's emphasis is really on just preserving the land that's around it. And then this tiny little sliver that is the Yosemite Valley, that's kind of the touristy area. We're about to do Vernal Falls hike. Check out what my videographer is wearing. Dripped out. We got hat on hood. Insane. Everyone does this hike in 4 hours. We're about to do it in 2. We've just done like a mile and a half straight of switchbacks with no view. That just sucked. And finally we got to a point where the payoff is worth it.
that hike, this is the single greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life. The only possible thing that could top this is a triple dipper with the Southwest egg rolls and the Big Mouth bites and then honey chipotle boneless wings. And then maybe an extra side of loaded mac and cheese and a root beer. That's the only thing that could top this. Okay, so we didn't get Chili's because the closest one was 2.5 hours away. Like we're in the wilderness or something. So we got the next best thing, Denny's. I obviously got a Grand Slam. Tomorrow we were thinking about doing El Cap. We tried to get the lottery for Half Dome, didn't get it. Figured that El Cap would be a good second one. 2 things happened though that might stop us from doing this. One is we dilly-dallied again on our hike. But also there were a lot of trail closures. But like a 4-mile hike turned into a 12-mile hike. So we're a little tired. And then I also got a blister on my toe. So we're gonna see what that's like tomorrow. And until then, I'm just gonna focus on my Denny's. Good morning. Today's Yosemite Day 2. Today's gonna be super fun. My friend Carson, who owns the company Wasatch, is actually meeting up with us today to camp and then go in the park as well. So we're just waiting for him to pull up to our site, and then we're gonna go from there. Dude.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How's the trip been?
It's been insane. It's been insane. There's nothing that can prepare you for how amazing this place is. This is my buddy Carson. He owns Wasatch. You've probably, if you've seen any of my stuff before, you see me wearing their t-shirts all the time.
He's our biggest fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably am.
No, I mean that 100%. You are definitely our biggest fan.
Their stuff is sick. We'll show some of it to you all later. We'll talk about it a little bit more. But right now, I really want to get to the park. So,
Yeah, dude,
you want to hop in the truck and we'll go?
Yeah.
Sick. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so for those that don't know,
Yes.
do you want to tell them a little bit about what Wasatch is, how it started, what your
I would
role
love
is
to.
there?
For those that don't know me, I grew up in Utah, born and bred. And not only did I grow up there, I'm like deep roots in Utah. So generations of family that have lived there. I just have all of these memories that are personal memories, but also like the accumulation of lots of family that's lived there and shared memories of their own over the years. And there's something so poetic about the way that life used to be before things got crazy, before we had all this technology. It was just like simple times. Utah. So to me, I started Wasatch because I personally love that era. And it's also like a point of view that is super authentic to me. Like I'm not going out and just creating something that I feel like is really cool or I'm interested in. I'm creating something that I can really speak from the heart on. I'm really proud of the quality of products and I'm really proud of the quality of content that we've released, but we have some really fun stuff in the works. So
And the name itself is the mountain range that's there, correct? Is that where you live? Yeah.
So yeah, I grew up on, it's called the Wasatch Front. It's a huge mountain range actually. It's honestly, I'm biased, but I think it's the prettiest mountain range. And I think there's so many cool stories from there. Like, have you seen Footloose?
Yeah.
So Footloose was filmed like 10 minutes from my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in the day. And everything is so different now. There's the dance scene where he's like in this, it's called Lehigh Roller Mills. In the film, it's fields all around. And now it's the most industrial area, the whole entire county. Yeah, again, things have changed so much.
I see how
things
it's
have changed so much.
yeah.
The reason why I'm creating content the way that I am is in my simple form, an attempt to get people to slow down a little bit. And I think that's why you and I connect so much. It's not always about like, what's the newest, coolest, craziest thing. It's like, what are the things that feel really authentic to me? What are the products that feel like they just belong in my life?
Yeah.
And have had like a story. That's why I love vintage, is that each piece has a story and a history. For me, if I could do anything with Wasatch, it would be to just bring a little bit more appreciation for the past.
Sure.
And try to slow the future down a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a tale as old as time.
I think we're going to be fighting an uphill battle against AI for the
foreseeable future.
Yeah, I know. All right, we had our lunch, and now we're doing the Sentinel Dome hike.
We're gonna try to avoid the storm.
Yeah, we heard some thunder coming in, so I don't know if we're gonna get caught in that, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, start praying.
Half Dome's there. And then the falls that we did yesterday are over there. And you basically go up. You want to go up to the right, you cross the river, and then you go on top of the falls.
This is super loud.
It's so loud. It was so loud.
That's a lot of water.
It was insane. There's a bridge that goes over top of it, and you can just kind of like look right down it.
Perch.
No, with Triple W, you get 3 appetizers and 3 dips.
Okay.
And they have these Southwest egg rolls. They're insane. They're so good. And then I usually get that.
Glad that made it in.
Yeah. Okay, so change of plans. With the storm coming in, I think we're gonna go to Glacier instead and get like a real good view of Half Dome. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted you specifically to come hang on this trip and talk to you is just what nature's involvement and what the mountains mean to Wasatch specifically, I just think is so special. And what does that connection look like for you?
Growing up in mountains is a unique experience that I wish everybody had the chance to be able to experience. But something about stepping away from the world and being in the mountains is incredible. And to me, that's where I draw a huge source of inspiration, is just being in places that move a little bit slower, doing things that are a little bit slower, and being with people that I love.
The t-shirt that you're wearing specifically is based around memories and making memories in them. How did that come to be? Why this t-shirt in particular?
I've worked in fashion for 10 years. In everything that I did before this, I was always like, I'm never just doing like plain t-shirts. I want to do all these things that show my design aesthetic. And as I've like really come into my own personal style, I think that there's so many boxes that a white t-shirt checks. It was almost like a challenge at this point for me. It was like, if I can tell a story and connect with an audience through something as simple as a white t-shirt, then I can connect with them through anything. A white tee goes with everything. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, but it also goes with every single life. Every lifestyle, every person, no matter where you're from, you can wear a white tee and feel super at home in it. It's the perfect vehicle for making memories, in my experience. So
it was so perfect that you wore it today.
Yeah.
To then come hike
Selfish
and
plug, you know?
yeah, play around in Yosemite.
Well, and I'm also still like, I'm making memories in these t-shirts. My product ethos is found, not made. I want everything that I make to feel like it was something that you stumbled upon, not something that was made in a factory and folded and pressed all neatly and shipped to your door. If I could, I would have people wearing the shirts for 3 years before we actually package them and ship them to customers.
Well, aside from a white t-shirt, I know that you have much bigger goals in mind as far as more intricate pieces, larger scale collections. What does the future look like for Wasatch? What do you want to get out of it?
The thing that got me excited when I started Wasatch was this idea of producing a brand that felt like a TV show. I've been writing like a 2-season series, and my goal is to have all of the wardrobe pieces be products that you can buy through Wasatch.
That's so cool.
The next couple things specifically, we're working on our fleece, which is going to be really sick. We've got like a 1920s reference quarter zip that has some really cool like button closures on the front. We've got some sweatpants that are high-waisted that have a couple draw cords throughout. Fatigue pants that I'm really stoked on. You and I have been talking about some ideas. So making cool stuff with my friends and telling as many stories from my heart as I possibly can is all I can ask for with Wasatch.
Dude, well, that's so awesome. And thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. And other than that, let's make some s'mores, brother.
I've been praying for you to ask that.
Good morning, everybody. We just woke up and got ready to go. Today is our last day in Yosemite. We're gonna go and just do a few more trails, and it's also Carson's last day. But before he goes, we do have something that we wanted to show you guys. So when we talked about doing this trip, we wanted to do a clothing item together. We've been talking about doing a lot of stuff together, and we have just this little taste of it, but we wanted to make a t-shirt to commemorate the trip.
Yeah, we brought back, for those that were with us from the beginning, the original cut of our t-shirt. Yeah, a little nod to Utah and Yosemite, us together, cowboy in the mountains. We're gonna have some really fun like external tag details when we do produce these. I think that they'll be available when you guys are watching.
They're available right now. So down in the description of the YouTube video,
or if you're watching this on any social, it's going to be in the link in my bio. You can pre-order them right now. Another cool thing about this is if you look really closely, the way that it's printed kind of looks like it's stitched. Another fun thing that we're going to do with this is we're going to take photos that we got together, make them look like a postcard. So it's gonna just look like a Yosemite postcard, and then we're gonna be in there a little bit in some detail, in some capacity.
Easter egg.
Yeah, but everyone who orders a shirt is also gonna get one of these postcards as well. So we're really stoked about this. There will be more to come eventually.
Yeah.
But this is just like something that we thought would be awesome for this trip, and allows you guys to come along with us in a way.
And couldn't think of a better way to do a project outside of Utah than Yosemite with Cowboy Press. So
Amazing.
yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude.